What's going on, guys? It's your channel TFD coming back with another video, and this one is crazy. It looks like Erica Wheeler outjoined Seattle after guiding Caitlin Clark as Fever's final roster locks in. Indiana Fever fans, it's now official, because I know a lot of people have been asking about Erica Wheeler, wondering if she's still part of the roster, what her status is, and how her departure impacts the team. The reality is, Erica Wheeler was an unrestricted free agent, which meant her contract was off the books once free agency hit. She was no longer tied to the Fever and could sign anywhere. And now, she's found her new home. Erica Wheeler is officially heading to the Seattle Storm. Seattle has welcomed Erica to the team, marking the end of her time in Indiana. This closes the chapter on her Fever tenure, and I want to take a moment to reflect on what she brought to the team and how this move affects the Fever moving forward. For those who may not know, Erica Wheeler has had an incredible journey. On June 7th of this past year, she hit a major career milestone, scoring her 2,500th career point. What makes this even more impressive is that she was undrafted. She became just the fourth undrafted player in WNBA history to reach that milestone. And back in 2023, when she recorded her 1,000th career assist, she joined an even more exclusive club, becoming only the second undrafted player to ever do so, alongside the legendary Becky Hammon. That's a testament to the hard work and resilience she's shown throughout her career. Storm head coach Noel Quinn praised Erica's ability to create plays and facilitate offense, calling her a huge addition to their team. She emphasized that Wheeler brings a strong dedication to the game and is an incredible teammate, and that's something I absolutely agree with. Off the court, Erica Wheeler was an incredible presence for the Fever. We all remember her excitement when Indiana landed the #1 pick. She fully embraced Caitlin Clark from the very start, stepping into that leadership and mentorship role as a veteran point guard. Now, as she moves on to Seattle, Wheeler herself has expressed excitement about joining one of the most prestigious franchises in the league. She's eager to share the court with players like Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and Gabby Williams. And while many thought the Storm were falling apart, they've managed to retain talent and even add key pieces. They also hold the #2 overall pick from the Sparks, putting them in a strong position moving forward. So, while Erica Wheeler's time with the Fever has come to an end, her impact and leadership won't be forgotten. Best of luck to her in Seattle. Now, when Seattle made that trade, they ended up in an interesting spot. Unless I'm missing something, because I checked multiple sources, including the WNBA site. It looks like they currently have 9 players on their roster. That includes Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Gabby Williams, and Alicia Clark, so there's definitely talent there. Plus, they still have that #2 overall pick, which could be a game changer for them. Now, the big question is, will Olivia Miles declare for the draft? Because if she does, there's a real possibility that Seattle takes her at #2. And if that happens, Erica Wheeler could step into the role of a veteran mentor, guiding Olivia as she transitions into the WNBA. That would be a huge asset for a young point guard coming into the league. Of course, Seattle also has options with that pick. They could use it as trade bait, either trading down to acquire more assets or making a straight-up deal for an established player. With only 9 players currently on the roster, they still have room to fill out their squad. And for those wondering how Erica Wheeler is doing overseas, she's putting up solid numbers in Turkey. She's averaging 14.4 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 6.7 assists per game, along with 3 double-doubles. So, she's definitely staying sharp and making an impact. Seattle has some big decisions to make, and it'll be interesting to see how they shape their roster heading into the season. Now, when we talk about Indiana this season, there have definitely been some frustrating moments. I've got one bad and one good to highlight. And not just any good, but a moment that will forever be iconic when it comes to the Fever. Let's start with this play right here. To me, this really sums up some of the early season struggles, especially under Christie's sides. But pay close attention to Caitlin Clark's reaction. Erica Wheeler has the ball. She sees Caitlin, But instead of making the pass, she forces it into the paint. Paint touch after paint touch. I mean, we all know what was happening early in the season, and you can clearly see it here. Just look at this freeze frame. Caitlin is absolutely wide open. Coming off that screen, this is as open as you'll ever see a shooter get. And yet, no pass. Let's run it back one more time, even at half speed. You can see Erica waiting, but Caitlin is right there, ready to fire. Instead, 3 defenders are clogging the paint, and the ball never gets to her. This is the kind of moment where you can just feel Caitlin's frustration. Even her body language is saying, "What are we doing here?" It's plays like this that really showed the struggles Indiana had in getting their offense to click early on. But to be fair, we have to balance it out, because we also had moments like this. And this right here, this is why I call it iconic. If you're a Caitlin Clark or Indiana Fever fan, you're never going to forget this moment. Down by 1 to the Sun in the 4th quarter, and here we go. Yep, that's right, a deep logo 3. That shot sent the crowd into a frenzy. Erica Wheeler sees it developing. She's got it in the corner of her eye, and she knows exactly what's coming. A perfect little drop-off pass, and boom, let's go. That's from way downtown. But I love this replay. Let's run it back. Watch Erica's recognition. She knows Caitlin is coming. She knows exactly where Caitlin loves to catch and shoot in transition. And then boom, pure magic. That's got to be right up there. Easily a top 5 moment. And hey, let me know in the comments, what's your top 5 Caitlin Clark Rookie Year moments? I'd love to hear your list. I haven't fully ranked mine yet, but when you consider how the season started, everything this team went through, and the fact that they were in the middle of a comeback, this was an iconic moment. They were down, they had struggled, and we hadn't really seen Erica and Caitlin clicking together much. But this was special. The crowd went absolutely crazy. Just an incredible moment all around. So, that brings the roster to 11 players now. Kelsey Mitchell, Christy Wallace, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Damaris Dantas, Jaylen Brown, Caitlin Clark, DeWanna Bonner, and Sydney Colson. Now, Jaylen Brown is on a training camp contract, so there's always the possibility they decide not to keep her for the season, which would free up a roster spot. But that would also mean they're down to 10 players. And honestly, at this point, I'm not even sure if they have any options with Christy Wallace. She might just end up being their 12th player by default. It'll be really interesting to see how they handle this moving forward. Do they keep Jaylen Brown? Do they roll with 11? Do they just carry Christy Wallace and hope she can contribute in practice? And what about the draft? Do they make a move there? A lot of questions still up in the air. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Erica Wheeler's move? And of course, drop your top 5 Caitlin Clark Rookie of the Year moments. In fact, maybe I'll put together a video highlighting the best moments based on your picks. So let me know below, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate the support.